Your lives and the young people in this room, which is why I'm running, are at great risk now. They were at moderate risk in 2000. There's always at moderate risk. There's always someone with a nuclear weapon. There's always Iran. There's always something. But now, because of the actions of 20 years, which is only because giant corporations saw cheap labor, moved their facilities to China, said that, okay, that's what they're going to do, knowing they weren't, by the way. Do you think Steve Jobs thought? Do you think some of these really bright people thought? I've met a bunch of these people. I can tell you right now, there's a zero chance that any of them thought China would become a democracy by trading with them. None of them thought that. Chuck Schumer on the Democratic side, I've met him, didn't think that. None of them thought it. And in fact, now there are articles coming out, finally, where there's an article I talked about on Substack. You can go to Substack and follow this stuff. It's like, finally, someone's saying, you know what? Maybe people really didn't think that. The bill of goods that gets sold to people over time is incredible. And so here we are. And think of this one number with China. $400 billion trade deficit, 380. Just be rough with the numbers. They have a 20% profit margin on that, let's say. It's $80 billion. They spend $100 billion or so on their military. So our trading with them funds their military. And they know it and we know it. And so it just keeps happening over and over and over again. These things that are happening that I made the movie about and things I've talked about have never changed. They've gotten far, far worse. So, for example, 2016 or so, you could read an article that, communist China wouldn't come up with a real aircraft carrier until 2025, except they came up with one in 2019. But they must know they're wrong, putting all of our families at risk for the future. So as I looked at this election cycle, I thought of a couple of things. One, somebody is going to have to come out like Herman Cain did in 2011 and for at least 3 months change the whole dynamics of the race.